Hi, I'm Karina, we're team number 2. I'm going to introduce our team. Here to my right side is Stuart, Brian, Avisola, Chao, Gu. So we're going to present to you our game with the magic carpet. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
The game you'll be playing is called the Magic Carpet game. In this game, there are instructions. The carpet is going to be put on the floor. You're all going to step on the carpet when the time comes, and you will flip the carpet over without touching the floor, without your feet touching the floor. After which, then you have succeeded in the game. There must be contact with the carpet at all times during the game. We are going to give you 10 minutes to deliberate, to brainstorm and know what you want to do. But we are giving you 2 attempts, and each attempt is 3 minutes. So on the second attempt, whether you get it or not, then we're going to stop the recording.
So we literally have 4 minutes to think about it.
Yes, you have 4 minutes. You have 4 minutes to think about it. You have 2 attempts. Each attempt is 3 minutes. So
the important point of it is to start on the corners, and there is a point in which we have the larger space in which we all can be together in order to flip it over and stand again.
Yeah, but what I was saying is if we flip in this direction, so we have to do 2 motions to flip it. But if, anyways, it will make any difference.
Which of you seems to understand it the most then?
No, I don't know.
Then you should be the leader then.
My English is not that good. Do you trust me to do it?
I'm okay.
We will find a way to communicate. I don't think it's a big problem.
Okay. So, okay. Yeah. So just cover us. Don't touch the. Okay. Now we are going to start just 2 of those, and we're going to jump at the same time.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Oh yes, you don't have too much space. No, it's fine. So we are going to jump at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. Let me see how
Let's
we're.
See, you're too close
Okay.
to the edge. Move back.
2 minutes.
Just
Move
watch,
back.
just don't hit him.
1.
Don't.
Come here. Yeah.
Don't hit
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just like
One.
you're
No,
jumping.
no,
You need to jump like 3 minutes in this side.
Okay.
Yes, no,
Should we jump?
there's behind me, you know?
Okay, hold on.
We
Okay,
can.
I've got space here.
Okay, you
yeah,
have space.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
No,
Okay.
Be careful.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, just go. You.
We're there.
Okay.
Ah.
Hold on. Ready?
Yeah.
First.
1.5
Feet.
minutes.
Hold your feet. Put your feet back. Up. Lift your feet, Patrick. So we can pull it. Then hold it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
what just happened? Like,
We need to
I
put
think
it.
You should.
I should stay here.
Yeah. You stay here. Come on. Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, see, guys, at a point.
Ooh!
No,
we didn't.
Jump. You don't have to jump. Just move in the corners. Move.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
everyone move in the corners. Everyone move at the end of it.
Yeah.
Everyone move at the end. Okay. Everyone move.
Hey, move
Everyone
that.
move.
Come here.
Move like
I can't move anymore.
1, 2.
Yes.
We should do 1, 2, 3 again.
45
Here you have a
seconds.
little.
45 seconds!
No, I can do it. That's it.
Yes.
Yay!
Using the Lencioni model, we have made some observations about how you work as a team. First, I'd like to point out there's obviously some good trust displayed by some of the people within the group. There's open discourse when planning and on how to perform this task, and that definitely highlighted some good collaboration. We did observe though that there were a few people that did appear to not be in any kind of constructive conflict in there. And so that might suggest that there was evidence that there was a lack of trust, perhaps. It should be noted that once a leader was selected, however, the people were jumping in, they were acting as a team, and that was definitely very positive.
And for the Tuckman's model,
We looked at each stages of the group, how you performed, the team. For the first stage, forming, we say that your performance was good. However, at the storming stage, we feel that the involvement of all the group members was not there. 3 people were quite active and the rest of the 3 were not participating as they should be there. Good thing is that you selected a good team leader, and because she has some skills and some experience was showing, and also she admitted that she has some communication issues that can be a bottleneck, but the other people should trust with her and she performed very well. And the third thing was the about the norming stage. Again, team contribution was good. Everyone understood his role and they participated very well. And for the performing also, that teams were performing very well, and shifting the roles at some stage, like Mukhtar took that when you were not able to visualize the other people's position, so he took the initiative and moved people so to change the position of the carpet.
Using the Ratcliffe model on the team energies, we thought that there appeared to be a good amount of emotional energy shown throughout such a short activity. It looked to be that there was at least a certain degree of enjoyment within the interactivity of it. What we observed is that there was a good level of intellectual energy shown at the planning stage, but this was only, again, really contributed to by maybe half of the team members. Again, this might have been due to a fear of conflict, but yeah, in general, seems to be quite high energy, and you got to the end goal, so well done.
We are going to discuss about the team reflection and how we choose this game. That is going to be explained by Brian.
Okay, when we were trying to make decides about the games that we want to use, we invite every team members to throw ideas on the team. The brainstorming then started on how we want to decide the game. After some discussions, we agreed that we want to choose a game that allows us to make it obvious on the models and theories that we have learned throughout the week. Therefore, we need the game that can bring the team together, create the tension, and allow the team to come up with their best ideas. We have 2 games. We have the Find the Objects, and the other one is the Magic Carpets. So the Find the Object game is actually to split the team into 2 groups of 3 members. But we think that this game wouldn't allow us to analyze the whole interactions of the group, since we need to separate them into groups. So the game also lack of tension and doesn't allow the player to think and came out with the creative solution. Therefore, we also tried the Magic Carpet game. So when we tried the Magic Carpet game, we conclude that it can be more fun, challenging, and also allow us to analyze the performance from the 6 members of other team. So we also intentionally designed the game only in 10 minutes with maximum 2 attempts. Each attempt is 3 minutes. So I think, and therefore they should decide on their planning, how to execute it, and how they deal with the crisis while attempting to turn the carpet. So we believe that with the time limit, it will allow us to see which team member has high influence in the group and how other team members react to it. It also creates the environment where the team member should be a team player and trust others on doing the task. And the most important part is we can analyze their performance, the other team's performance, using our feedback model that already decided.
Hi, we're going to explain why we choose the template, the feedback template. In this case, we choose the Taxman model because it allows us to evaluate the 4 stages of the group performing, and this idea was to evaluate how they pass through the forming and planning stage by giving them the chance to select a leader. Later, during the storming phase, the idea was to see the different discovery inside personalities, the blue, the red one, the yellow one, and the green one. Also, to see if they challenges the authority from the chosen leader or other kind of conflict. The crucial part from this model was to see the attitudes, considering the strengths and the weaknesses from the team members and how they perform the goal of flipping the carpet under pressure. So the feedback template is a straightforward way for analyzing the performance of the members in such a short time.
Talk about our next feedback models, which are the team energy and the Lencioni model. Maybe we can talk about the Lencioni model, why we want to use that.
So I think one of the reasons why we wanted to use the Lencioni model is because of how powerful we saw that being within the context of building of teamwork. We also thought it went really well with the game and allowed us to be able to really delve into the various aspects of how well up that pyramid, if you like, they were. So again, I think it was a combination of effectiveness and being able to attribute some of the things that we could witness and observe and put that back to the model.
So I think with the team energy as well, because we again put the constrictions and we make it harder by ask them to flipping the carpets. So I think we can, by using the game, we are pushing them to focus more on which kind of energy, because they need to consider their task, and also they have the time constrictions.
Yeah, I think when you consider the Ratcliffe model or the team energy model, again, it's something else that we all found quite interesting, and the way that Chris had put it, that was spending enough in each time, and whether that was contribute to high performing teams. So depending on the task, we depend on that makeup. So yeah, it was very interesting again to see and observe whether we could see differences in the 4 different energy levels. So yeah,
that was great. Thank you.
Hi, speaking about how we work together, as
I'm red.
Chao is mentioning he's red. Actually I'm blue. I thought I was yellow. I'm not yellow. Ryan, who is green, and another partners that are also blue and red. Well, this type of personalities gave us a really good proportion so that we could did a well performance during the tower challenge in Spaghetti, in which all of the members were committed to have a high performance, and this gave us a real good result. Also, however, the group assignment, we stuck a little bit. If we consider from the slide, we stuck a bit in the Tuckman's model, we stuck a bit on the storming because there had been some conflict regarding some delivery and accountability for tasks.
When I'm in the team, I feel every color is so important because for Heavy he's green and he would always communicate with each other and help each other. So I think in a team, it's very fortunate to have some green person. And for the blue person, they are always have a control at everything, and they are good. They are good competitor and everything. They have the plan, and it's also very good. For red, always we have different opinions, and we give the storm. We are good. We are very important role in the storming, especially in the storming. Do you understand?
I remember.
Yeah.
It's about the teamwork throughout the week and on the game that we decide to choose. My team have demonstrated a good understanding of teamwork since the beginning of the week. We started with the forming stage, and the forming stage was quite good. It was really strange to see new people do, but we managed to go through it together and to the storming stage, which makes it tougher for some of us to work together because of different personalities and different characters and culture. We struggled on choosing the right game for the opponent to play, and that took us quite a while to decide on which game exactly to choose from. In the norming stage, we narrowed down to 2 games, and we had difficulties, like I said, on choosing one. This, I think, initially created arguments and makes it really difficult getting to pick a particular game that we wanted for the opponents to play. In it all, we were still in like a forming stage, even when we were supposed to be performing, and our communication of how the game should be played was not very clear because we were not focusing on the game, we were focusing on should we do this or that. And this made me describe our team as Bebbin's theory, as one of Bebbin's theory that talked about plants under cerebral rules. And that is, we are very creative and imaginative, but too preoccupied to communicate the rules of the game to one another. And this, I think, we can do better next time. Thank you.
The models discussing neuroscience, such as R. Carter and mapping the mind, really struck home for me. It enlightened me as to why my boss and I are often in conflict. He is trying to communicate, which is often in a critical parent mode, according to E. Byrne. It lights up my brainstem and amygdala. I become tense and in fight or flight mode. Immediately I lose my rational thought brain and I become disengaged. Upon reflecting on this, I need to find reprogramming methods that will enable me to accept his form of constructive criticism, giving more credibility to the positive constructive portion of this rather than only the negative context I currently focus on. In addition, my own leadership methods will change in two key ways. I will begin to alter my communication style based on those in which my team will respond to best. And secondly, I will ensure that I'm spending sufficient time on all of Radcliffe's 4 elements of team energy. There is a tendency to spend more time on delivery and intellectual modes. However, enough time does need to be spent on emotional and spiritual energy types.
Hi, I'm going to speak about my self-reflection with my teamwork during this week. So first point, as we can see on the slide, I learned more about myself and really realized that I am a mix of a blue and red team energy. In the case of this team, there was a member that didn't want to work, was rude and ordering people without a clear idea of what was going to be delivered. This kind of person working in a team is complicated to move forward since we'll continuously sabotage the progress of the team. So we were in a red zone, not with okay feelings, so that leads us sometimes to nowhere or to get angry by times. So in the next slide we have the second point related. So to this later point we analyzed from my team that there was a mix of skills and will dilemmas attitudes. I found it difficult to deal with members that were skilled but didn't have the will to work. So after giving some support but without seeing clear commitment, I understand that bad habits cannot be changed in such a short time. And finally, showed in the slide, in order to motivate one of our team members that had some language barriers, a critical parent communication cannot be used because it will discourage him. So a nurturing communication that praises him will work. Thank you.
It was a good interactive course. I think that it will help me a lot for my future assignment as a project manager. The 3 important things which would I like to discuss about this course, which I have learned. The first thing is that communication is vital in strategic integration and is a key in dealing conflicts among the teams and creating a collaborative environment among the teams and in an organization. The second important thing is that how motivation affects the team dynamics and performance. And even a very skillful person in the team, in an organization, will not be able to perform up to his capabilities because of the lack of motivation. The third and the most important thing is that in team success, leader's role is very vital. He should be a good listener. He should have the ability to deal with the conflicts quickly, so it can help in developing a trust among the teams and harmony, and so they can collaborate in well and can develop more commitment in their work, and then they can achieve the team goals. Thank you very much.
Now I want to talk about the self-reflection of the whole program. Talking to team is like a practical and developing course after leadership. After 1 week practice in team and with the help from the lecturer and colleagues, I have a deeper understanding for myself. First, from the MBTI test, I'm someone whose energy comes from extroversion more than introversion. But what is interesting is that for the other 3 indicators, I pay more attention to intuition. When I decide to do something, I always use feelings more than thinking and perception more than judging. They are all the appearance of introversion, not extroversion. Then I find out the answer. I'm trying to be extroversion, by my parents when I was a little kid, though actually I'm introversion inside, which confused me for a long time. From being team types exercise, I find myself more like a resource investigator and monitor evaluator. For sometimes I tend to be sharper and coordinator if the team calls for different opinion and a leader. What is my weakness point is about the competitor finisher and specialist. I'm always the one who thinks a lot and do little. This is also be verified in the team appearance. When a team needs some opinion, I can give some help, but actually I'm not good at specific jobs, which are always always done by my colleagues. I'm also a classical red person, always no plan and emotional manipulation, which also be verified by my team. And after this course, I have new knowledge about what I am. Thank you.
So my MBTI score shows me that I am an INTP, or described as inspector. So I agree with this because throughout my life, when I want to do a task or work, I tend to plan it thoroughly and give thoughts for every possibility. For example, if I want to go traveling, I will pay so much attention on scheduling and plan systematically through it. And throughout the course, I learned that according to the personality color of the Insights Discovery, I think I define myself as green one which is more relaxed, caring, and encouraging people. As my team members acknowledge it as well, that I really enjoy to work with people, and that's showing me as a green person. Actually, this piece is a bit different with my results of being inspector, which is I think it should be more blue rather than green. So while working with the team this week, I tend to accept the majority ideas and the spirit to move the team forward, especially when I have ever worked with the other 3 members from 5 team members. So, and I trust them to brainstorm with the ideas and I will just follow them. From the Lencioni's ideas of the team, I think I already cope with the first dysfunction, which is establishing trust. Because in the fact that I trust my team members and looking my preference to be the collaborator, I reflect that I'm facing 2 options now. The first option is being trapped in the second Lencioni's dysfunction, which is fear of conflict. If I want to cope with that, then I need to tune myself into my inspector mode, but it requires a lot of energy for me. And I also need to see what the team needs, and now I'm really lucky that I think my team has a lot of people that throw in the ideas, so I can just be the team collaborator in this matter. Thank you.
3 things I would like to mention, and I'll link to the models and theories that we've been taught, is trust, conflict, and commitment. And that can be seen in the Lencioni theory, and also the team stages of development and the team energy in the team. I've learned this week about working effectively with the team to achieve results, even in the face of pressure. I see our storming and numbing in team stages were not very fine, but we were able to go through it. I was able to appreciate the biggest differentiators that talks about the emotional intelligence, how you are able to use emotional intelligence to carry along with the team and everybody to achieve a desired task for the team. I actually understand that we've all come from different backgrounds, we have different cultures, and I see that as very unique because our personalities are different and we are going to behave differently. So the emotional intelligence aspect helps me to understand everybody in a different perspective. Having said all, I will also improve on my own communication next time when I'm working with the team, because I think maybe if I improve my communication, maybe we will have more collaboration and commitment to work better.